Now, these tornadoes and storms are not going to be stopping tonight and tomorrow. We're expecting 4 straight days of severe weather lined up. That's going to be from now until Monday. We are expecting to have 2 separate moderate risk days, an enhanced risk day on Sunday, and we're also seeing some outbreak signals for some larger weather systems on Monday. My name is Dylan. I do aviation weather forecasting up in Alaska. This is all fronts weather. So let's get into it. Now, on satellite, you can see that the storms are already active and ongoing over the southern plains. That is going to be today's system producing the moderate risk. But that is only the first of 3 separate storm systems moving through the central US this weekend. The first system, as I noted, is tonight, and it's going to be exiting overnight. A second, stronger system is going to arrive on Saturday, and it will be driving its own moderate risk over Oklahoma. Then, a third system is going to be coming behind that on Sunday. It's going to be spinning up over Kansas and Missouri. We're expecting those 3 systems over 4 very active days. The central US is not going to get a break until Tuesday. Now, today's moderate risk is centered over southeast Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and northwest Louisiana. We're on a level 4 out of 5, expecting large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes that are expected to be on the table from this afternoon into this evening. Storm development is expected along all of the outflow boundaries, which are dropping south across southeast Oklahoma this afternoon. With storms firing up near the Oklahoma Texas border and moving to the south over this evening, that's going to expand our risk area. On the tornado map, we are seeing only a 5% probability with a CIG of 1, which is going to be over southeast Oklahoma and northeast Texas. Now, a CIG of 1 means that if tornadoes form in that zone, they're expected to be on the lower end of the intensity scale. But lower intensity does not mean that they are safe. Any tornado is dangerous, and if a tornado warning or siren goes off in any area, you should take shelter immediately. The hail map is one that really stands out today and tonight. We're expecting a 45% probability of significant hail centered over Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana borders. That's a very, very high number. Now, the CIG 1 intensity for hail also means that around inch size hail is going to be the upper end of the size range. That's still large enough to damage vehicles and break windows, so get cars and pets inside before the storms start to hit this afternoon. Alongside with the severe weather, there is a marginal flash flood risk for southeast Texas and northwest Louisiana. Storm motion today is going to be fast enough to limit rainfall accumulation in any one spot, but locally intense downpours are possible tonight, which can rapidly rise water along the Gulf Coast. Saturday is going to be bringing a completely separate severe weather event, and it's its own moderate risk. 2 moderate risk days in a row for the same region is not fun, and it's not the most common. Saturday's moderate risk is centered over central Oklahoma once again, with the slight risk zone extending from southern Kansas down to north Texas. A brand new surface low is going to develop over western Oklahoma on Saturday afternoon, and it's going to deepen very fast. That low is going to be pulling that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico north and is going to combine with some strong atmospheric wind shear. This is a very classic setup that will produce supercell thunderstorms, which once again are capable of tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. Saturday is also going to have the same tornado probability of around 5%, with that same lower tornado intensity that's expected. The zone has shifted south compared to Friday and is now going to be focused over southern Oklahoma and northern Texas near the Red River. The most active period on Saturday is the afternoon through the evening time frame. So if you are in central and southern Oklahoma, please have a weather plan ready before Saturday afternoon. Don't wait until the storms are on the radar to decide where or what to do. Sunday is not going to let up. This is when the third system is going to produce another round of moderate risk in that area. This time it's going to be centered a little bit more towards central Kansas and Missouri. The threat is going to be shifting north and east from where it has been on Friday and Saturday. Kansas City, Springfield, Wichita, and surrounding areas are now in the bullseye for that Sunday storm. Tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds all remain possible, but we are going to be watching the SPC's Day 2 update on tomorrow morning. That's going to sharpen Sunday's picture significantly. This surface chart shows Saturday's system at peak intensity over Oklahoma, and this one shows what happens next, with Sunday's new low already spinning up over Kansas and Missouri at the same time. Two distinct systems with two separate risk days, and one is going to be coming in right behind the other, which is what's going to make this weekend a little bit more wet than usual. Now, on Monday, which is the day 4 severe weather outlook, we have a 30% severe probability over Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. At 4 days out, once again, this number is telling you that the SPC has a very high confidence that severe weather is coming to the Ohio Valley and upper Midwest in the beginning of next week. The threat has shifted to the northeast with large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes still possible. Flash flooding is going to be a growing concern this weekend as well. Saturday's flooding risk is focused along the Oklahoma and Texas border, where the heaviest storms are expected. By Sunday, that flooding footprint is going to be larger and shifts northwest into central Kansas and Oklahoma, because by that point, the same communities will have taken 2 or 3 rounds of heavy rain over the weekend. Saturated ground does not absorb additional rain very well, and that's when flooding becomes much more likely even from just moderate rainfall. Looking ahead at the big picture all the way to April 30th or the end of the month, the hazard outlook shows severe weather continuing from the central plains into the Missouri Valley and beyond next week. High winds over the central and southern high plains also flag an ongoing fire weather concern in drought stressed areas of Texas, New Mexico, and Kansas. And then with the heavy rain over the mid Mississippi Valley, we are hinting at a wet pattern persisting well into next week. Your weekend recap and going into this month recap, a moderate risk today over southeast Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and northwest Louisiana with tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds this afternoon. We're expecting a second moderate risk over Oklahoma on Saturday, an enhanced and moderate risk over Kansas and Missouri on Sunday, and then a 30% possibility for severe weather for Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana on Monday. Flash flooding building through the weekend is going to continue as soil saturate throughout the entire southern plain region. Once again, all information is sourced from the WPC, SPC, NWS, and local offices. Every link is going to be in the description below. If you're in any of these threat areas, have your shelter identified before storms develop, keep weather alerts on your phone, and follow your local NWS office in real time. My name is Dylan, and if this video has helped you, please hit like and subscribe. It will help other people in these areas find the forecast. And if I got something wrong or you want more detail on any of these setups, please drop it in the comments.